Nick Newell has always overcome adversity. Born with a partially developed arm, he faced many challenges and silenced his critics who doubted he could become a successful wrestler.
When I began wrestling, no one really paid too much attention to me. You know, they just kind of wrote me off. Honestly, I don't know what it's like to have two hands, so it's just natural to me.
Newell silenced his critics and went on to enjoy a successful collegiate wrestling career at Western New England College. Then some of those same critics said, he can't transition into MMA. Well, they were mistaken, as Newell has compiled a 5-0 record since turning pro.
You know, everyone has their critics, and if I just listened to the first person that told me I should have never done anything, I wouldn't even be able to tie my shoes.
He doesn't use that as an excuse. You know, he just looks at it and says, you know, I can do what you can do, I just have to do it a little bit different. And when we train him, that's how we do it.
It is a disadvantage. You know, I don't have a right cross, but there's so many things you could do in MMA. I'm missing one thing, you know.
Has it been difficult getting fights?
It has been trouble for me getting fights. If you look at my record in between fights, it's always at least like 5 months between a fight before they can find someone that wants to fight me.
It's been extremely difficult in securing fights for Nick. A lot of people look at Nick as simply a one-handed entity instead of a fighter.
Hoping to get noticed on the national level, Newell decided to participate in the XFC's Open Tryouts in Connecticut, convincing his longtime friend Abi Mestre to join him.
He was not only a great friend, but I also looked up to him. He was kind of like a big brother to me. And I was like, Abi, you know, I'm going to this tryouts, and you should come. And he said, okay, I'll go, but you have to drive, and you have to wait, and you have to take me to Taco Bell. So I took him to Taco Bell.
Mestre impressed XFC officials and was awarded a 3-fight contract, while Newell was the runner-up.
You notice right away. You notice when someone has that special kind of talent. And so he was one of the guys that we had kind of focused the cameras on.
You know, at the end of the day, there's only one person that could win the tryouts, and he rose to the occasion, and he looked great out there, and I was proud of him.
The celebration of Abi's accomplishment unfortunately didn't last long, as the 28-year-old was tragically killed in a motorcycle accident along this stretch of quiet country road.
From what we heard, he had left the facility and was on his way home on his motorcycle, and the accident had occurred around, I believe, 6:30 in the morning.
And he was going too fast, and he tried to slow down and wiped out. And you know, I mean, it's sad that one mistake like that on something like that could take away the life of such a wonderful person.
The tragic accident forced XFC President John PRISCO to make a difficult decision about Abi's contract.
I always wanted to sign Nick. Nick was best friends with Abi. I said, it just makes sense for Nick to take Abi's contract and to fight in his place.
It means a lot to us that Nicky Newell is now, will be fighting in honor of my brother.
I think it's great that they are giving me an opportunity to fight, and they're making such a wonderful tribute to my friend.
Having conquered his physical obstacles, the next challenge for Newell is to overcome a psychological one, the difficulty of losing a friend.
In the face of tragedy, you know, you turn to what you love, and I love MMA.
I think about Abi every day. You know, every time we train, a story comes up, and somehow he gets brought up. And, you know, it sucks that he's gone. You know, he'll never be forgotten, and he's with me all the time. And when I step into the cage, it will be no different.
Watch Inside MMA live every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern on HDNet, your home for MMA. Join the conversation on Twitter, Facebook, and online at hd.net.